Well, mass torts is kind of a more legal term, which just means an injury that many people suffered. A lot of people get that confused with class actions because once upon a time it was. But class action is an injury that happens, the exact injury to a lot of people. But a physical injury through a mass tort, no one's alike. No one is injured exactly the same way, has exactly the pain and suffering. So those are individual cases that may be handled in a group, but not a class. So that's a mass tort, more or less. It's an injury that's affected a lot of people, usually through a specific product. We investigate different products. Pharmaceuticals, Yasmin, Ocello, birth controls. Many young ladies used this birth control thinking it was safe. And now there's evidence of deep vein thrombosis, death, all sorts of non-vaginal blood clots that can cause very lasting pulmonary embolisms, for example. You know, so many companies, you wonder about their intentions, whether it's that they want to help people and the product just wasn't tested enough, or things that they should have known occur but they didn't know, or whether it's just profit over people. You know, and you always wonder about big pharma, big business, what's their motivation. And the only way you can hold them accountable is through the wallet, because it's a company. They're in business to make money. They're in business to sell stock. And that's the only way you can do it. One case probably won't change anything, but when this many people are injured, you take notice. You get products taken off the market. You get stiffer testing. You get more research and development. You make a safer product before you release it to the public. You'll get warnings, at least so if you use a product, you know this may be a side effect that we didn't know about, so you and your doctor can make an informed decision. Because it's not your doctor's fault in most cases. In most cases, I say in very few cases, in most cases it's where a drug comes out, the warnings are what they are, but they're not sufficient enough. And that's where we get involved. You know, the FDA, of course, has a complaint section where you can see how many times people have complained about certain individuals, because whether it's a one person, very peculiar susceptibility, you know, a one and done, so to speak, or one that's affected a great number of people that we can actually hold the manufacturer accountable, you know, because things happen, regrettably. But there's sometimes where you know that this is not a one type of occurrence. And we do that through investigation, through reading the labeling, through reading the medical documentation, and of course reading tons of medical records of people that's injured. And of course looking through the FDA records. And then based on what lawyers find, we proceed with that. Regrettably, by the time you normally see or hear about it, or you see a commercial about it, it's already affected a lot of people. And you know, and that's a shame, but it's the way things are. You can call me toll free, 1-800-693-6903 for a free consultation. Of course, go on the web, www.gregjonslaw.com. Consultation is free. The way we do it is a contingency fee. If you get nothing, we get nothing. So we want to help you by doing a good job for you. We're doing a good job for ourselves. And I will tell you this, one of the big complaints we have is, I'm not the type to sue. I'm not the type who would, sometimes you're doing it for yourself because you have medical bills, because it's changed your quality of life, it's changed the quality of your family's life. But a lot of my clients, sure, money is nice, but they don't want this to happen to someone else. They don't want it to happen to their friends, their family, their children. And that's the only way you can keep it safe, is by holding big pharma accountable.